Well. Good morning. I would just like to share one good concept of our ability to conduct ourselves, our thought process, subjected to others, are very important. Just one beautiful passage which the Bible described in John 8, chapter 1 to 11. And this passage was removed by the society for some time because they were not able to understand the grace of God. One scene which your eyes cannot be taken off was that when the lawmakers and the Pharisees had two intentions: one, to condemn the woman who's been caught in an adultery red handed, was brought to Jesus. Their attention was two: one is to find fault with Jesus, as well as to condemn the woman. They never had a grace inside their heart. So, this is a beautiful story. Moses' law says that such person should be stoned to death, and they were having the stone in their hand. Jesus said that he came to fulfill the law, so why didn't he do that? I just wrote an article which says the thing: stone in everyone's hand. We all have a stone in our hands to point out. When I was just dealing with a lot of regulatory stuff, especially the insurance regulators, they always come with a very big yardstick to make you fail. So the regulators have such an arrogance, such a pride in them, such a kind of a position that they always wanted to find fault and penalize. That gives a big amount of control freak thought in your hands to point out to somebody whenever they make a mistake out of it. The one who was perfect, has never sinned. Actually, the empty vessels make more noise. In my language, Tamil, there is a beautiful positive way to say that. You know what is that? It says that the vessel which is full doesn't stumble. Jesus was a full vessel. He never stumbled. He saw the intention of the woman who is crushed inside her, whereas the society is not able to see. There's so much of gossips, so much of backbiting, so much of thought. If somebody has just been identified with certain aspect in life, the one who was perfect never had a stone in his hands. The half-baked were not there. They all had a stone. I would say the thing bigger the fault, the bigger the stone it was, because to pretend that they are perfect. So sometimes with me, with others, when such kind of a pride was heaping you up at a high level without even you realizing it, and the pride is elevating, and your perfection and your feel of holiness, your feel of being religious really gives a kick inside your heart, God allows you to fall if He loves you. Because the only way that He can beat up the pride in a person is to make him realize. So Jesus started bending down and looked down, started writing. In one of the commentary, it says the thing Jesus might have written all the faults and the sins of the one who is holding the stones. The key element is their hearts were harder than the stones which they were holding on. So the Jesus intention is to peel the perfect pretenders and support the shameful sinner. And everybody disappeared. Jesus wanted a one-on-one conversation. Where are those buggers? They all gone. Didn't they condemn you? Said no. And he said, neither do I. I will not condemn you either. Go as a free person. And also, do not repeat again. The subtle and the gracious way Jesus handles. If we do not do that, there something is wrong in us. And he allows you to fall down so that to soften your heart, the stone in your hand will fall off. The same hand which was pointing to others will extend its hands to others to give us support. I think this is what Jesus wants you to do. It's not about you. It's not about He's saving you from sin. Of course, He does that. But it's beyond that. After you're forgiven, He expects your hands to be given to the others. Mark chapter 4:24, it says that the measure which you use is the same measure which will be used for you. That's the Bible verse also says the thing that those who are measuring, you just press it hard, be generous. Even in your forgiveness also do the same thing. I will always consider the perfect thrower in the Bible was David. One slingshot, bang on. It went straight into the head of Goliath. And the guy who threw, he won the battle with Goliath, but he lost the battle with Bathsheba. Is it a predetermined factor? No. David was going arrogant, and God allowed him to fall so that his mind and everything became softer. The way he was compassionate with Absalom and his sons, but he's considering, hey guys, I too had a fall. Everyone in the world can have a fall. How gracious you are, the same grace is given. And the Bible says, blessed are the merciful, they shall receive mercy. If you are not merciful, you shall not receive mercy. God has given you the grace to be graceful, not to be arrogant. If your pride is heaping you higher and higher, take a warning. The best way to learn is the soft way. If you have stones in your hands, your heart is much more harder in your heart. Ask God to soften your heart so that you can be more graceful and gracious towards others. That's what He expects. Praise be to God, and let Him bless this message.